My wife would love those Converse. She loves
Oh, yeah?
yellow, yeah.
Are you asking for them? Is that what's happening right now?
No.
Do I have to be one of those guys?
Besides,
Here you
I
go?
don't think yours are big enough.
Probably not big enough
You
for
haven't
her.
seen his wife.
Never
Yeah.
say that to a woman, by the way.
probably a bad idea. Love lessons from Kirk Hammett. That's what we're doing here. So the stage blocking, I guess you guys must be used to this now, but with the fireballs and everything, like getting into the zone and playing a live show, I would assume kind of zone out, but you can't really where there's fire shooting out of the stage.
Yeah.
So what's that like performing with that kind of stuff?
Well, those things, we call them dragons because that's exactly what they are. They're like flamethrowers. And there's been a few times where there's been a couple band members who've forgotten where the pyro cues forget where to stand when they're shooting. And there's been a few times when I've almost been roasted like a marshmallow. If I had hair on my arms, it would be gone. You know,
Kirk's the one who almost gets roasted all the time.
All the time.
He's that guy.
Well, you know, it's like I'm thinking about my playing. I'm thinking about the audience, and like I'm sorry, but that's about the third thing I'm thinking about when it should be the first thing I'm thinking about.
That's true. So speaking of the audience, do you play to when you're shooting, knowing you're shooting something like this? I assume there's cameras at every Metallica show for the last 20 years or whatever. But are you playing to the cameras? Or are you playing to the audience, knowing that this is going to be a movie?
Well, you have an awareness that there's cameras there, but you have to play to the audience because that's what you're there for, and that's what they're trying to capture. So you wanna be aware and maybe turn yourself a little bit, maybe 20 degrees this way so they have a better view, but you're still projecting out to the audience, and you're still reacting to their reactions, and you're still feeling it, and it's you know, it's not, for me, it's not drastic at all. You just have to have an awareness of where the cameraman is so you don't knock him over, and you have to have an awareness of, you know, a lens pointing at you and make sure you know they can actually see you.
I mean, we spent a lot of time rehearsing and prepping for that stage, and conditioning ourselves as well. We were in Mexico for about 10 shows on that stage in front of 20,000 people a night, an extreme crowd, really like Mad Max in the, you know.
There was cyclone fence over the balcony seats.
Yeah, literally,
Yeah.
like. And so that was our training ground. So by the time we got up to Vancouver, you know, we had the stage wired. And again, it's a very dangerous stage. There was a lot of kind of mishaps. There was a fire in Mexico. Or was that? No, that was in Oakland. There was actually a fire at one of the curtains, and then one of the cameras on a zip line actually came loose in Vancouver and actually was 2 feet from my head and crashed into the barrier. So, you know.
Not to mention the Tesla coils.
Yeah, the Tesla coils.
Oh, yeah?
That are scary in themselves, yeah.
Are there any songs that have to be in the movie?
Well, I mean, there's like an unwritten rule that there's certain songs that we have to play every time we walk out on stage because the audience expects us to play them. And there's more than 4 or 5 songs that are the case, and so, you know, we included those songs in the movie, and basically we included all our favorite songs, which just so happens to be, you know, all our fans' favorite songs.
That works out well. That's nice. That doesn't happen every time for a band.
Yeah, no, it works out very well. It's very inclusive.
It's kind of a balancing act too, you know, because then the management gets involved too, and they've got their favorite songs, and you know, you just get through it. You know, you figure out what works, especially for the theatrical cut. You know,
right.
What's it going to be? You know, and yeah, we're proud of what we ended up with. You know,
Cool.
It works.
I'm gonna let you guys go, so we do something called 5 questions. 5 quick questions, 1 word answers.
Okay.
Road or studio?
Road.
Lennon or McCartney?
Lennon, always Lennon. So, you know, I'm not. Can I just like
You may.
expound?
They might get mad, but you may.
You know, I'm not a big Beatles fan, but I totally love Lennon's solo albums, Paul McCartney's Wings, and George Harrison's solo albums, and Ringo Starr's solo albums.
Really?
Yeah, I love
All
the
right.
solo albums.
I was going to say George Harrison. So.
Cool. Yeah, nice. Zeppelin or Sabbath?
That's
Sabbath.
a hard one.
I know.
I had to say Zeppelin only because
That is hard.
Zeppelin got to me first.
Cool.
I discovered Zeppelin first, and then I discovered Sabbath. But Titans, equally in my book.
I just saw Sabbath play the other night with my kids, and I spent a lot of time with Ozzy, and they were so good. They were so good the other night. So right now it's Sabbath. Maybe it'll change. Next week it'll be Zeppelin.
All right, new record's really good too. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
I don't know how this is possible, but if someone has never heard Metallica before, what song do they start with?
Enter Sandman.
Master of Puppets.
In one word, Metallica.
Forever.
Metal.
Thanks, guys.
Metal. Forever.
Nice.